So tell me about yourself.
Well, I am a 35-year-old mom, author, plus model. I call myself Jackson of all trades. Pretty laid back. I enjoy a lot of stuff, mostly modeling, because I can be whoever I want to be in front of the camera.
Okay. So you say you're an author. So what books have you written?
Well, the first one I'm co-authoring, and it's called War Stories Volume 2. Basically, I was giving my testimony about some childhood trauma. The second book I am still working on. I should be finished by Sunday. It's called The Best Is Yet to Come. So I'm working on that.
Okay. I said, where can people purchase it when you release it?
It will be on Amazon.
Okay, that's cool. So what made you decide that you wanted to be a model?
Well, one day, I'm going to say, I was selling Mary Kay. Never had worn makeup or anything, and they did like a naughty or nice photo shoot for Valentine's Day. And I was like, why not just go for it? And after I saw the pictures, I'm like, hey, excuse my language, but I was like, hey, what the hell? And I tried it again. I booked a professional shoot, and I just started from there. It was fun for me.
So how long have you been a model for?
2 years.
2 years. So before all that, was you inspired by anything, like from what you've seen on TV and magazines?
I saw a few people on my Facebook page because stereotype is basically the models had to be slim and they had to be over 5'6". And one of my church members, I remember seeing some of her photos, and she introduced me to another plus-size model, and I just got started from there because I was like, hey, it's not just for slim women.
So did you reach out to a lot of people, like, for any advice?
Not necessarily. I started researching, and again, my church member and the other model, they gave me some tips, and then I started to meet other models, and they talked to me, so from there, between me researching and talking to other people, I just got my own idea of it and did my thing.
So was it very helpful?
Yeah, they were helpful. That was helpful, and the researching. And it was just the thing of me, deciding if I wanted to do runway or, strictly just photos, and I wanted to do a little bit of everything.
Okay, that's cool. So when you look for photographers, do you research through Google?
Most times. Or I just, say, for instance, I have a few photographers on my page, and if I see their work, I'll go through their pictures or whatever, and I'll contact them, via Facebook and talk with them to see, what kind of energy I get from them or their technique is what I'm looking for. I reach out to them. It just depends.
So in order to find a good photographer, why should people, especially models, do their research?
Because there's a lot of creeps. You have a lot of people that take photography and use it for their advantage. And most people are naive and they just they would jump into it. But I say research because you never know what kind of person you're getting.
So name some good photographers that you worked with so far.
Mr. Antonio Boswell, Birmingham, Alabama. The name of his company is A. Boswell Photography. MK Photography. Ty the Photo Guy. Mr. I don't want to pronounce it wrong, Mr. Boosie Wells or Bozzy Wells of Atlanta. Mr. Eric Goings. The name of his company is Easy Does It Photography. It's another person. I'm trying to think of his name. I can't think of it. Quite a few. It's quite a few.
So how did you meet Bozzy Wells?
I follow one of his pages on Instagram, Thick City Limits. Okay. And I saw some of his work, and I went from there. I reached out to him. I let him know like what my idea was or what look I was going for, and we went from there.
So whether it's him or any other photographers, is there good chemistry when it comes to creative ideas when it comes to a shoot?
I mean, everybody I work with so far has great energy, and it's like another one is Mr. Corey Nealon. I think that's how you pronounce it. But, I mean, everybody I work with so far has good energy. I think I ran across one, maybe two photographers that were creeps, but everybody else had great energy. We worked well together.
So is there any favorite places that you enjoy doing shoots at?
I like being outside.
Okay.
I like being outside.
So how often do you attend a photo shoot?
It depends on what I have going on because I also have my own business and I have 7 children, so I have to work around my work schedule. I would say I try at least once a month.
So during your shoots, do you model other people's fashion brands?
I have. Recently I have. When I worked with Mr. Ty the Photo Guy, I was modeling for Miss Shalonda. The name of her company is Alicia's Crochet Designs, and I was modeling like a cardigan, and then I did like a head wrap and a purse. Other than that, it's like a place where I started off order a boutique in Chicago called Glam Fashion Love. I started off ordering things from her, and then it just started that way, and then it turned into her sending me things to take pictures in.
So have you attended any fashion events? If so, can you name some?
Right off the top of my head, so far, I attended, most of the ones I attend are like for charity. One was to bring awareness for lupus. Trying to think of the other one. One is in Huntsville, and the name of the organization, give me a second, I can't think of it, but the person that's over the organization is Miss Dion Grubbs, and basically it's just like a sisterhood of women embracing each other. I attend her fashion shows. They're usually in March.
Okay.
But I like how she does hers because she basically celebrates everybody, no matter the size, whatever.
So can you speak on what's like behind the scenes of a fashion event? Like, is there any crazy stuff going on?
No, just fast pace, and you have to be able to keep up. That's it. Sometimes you deal with people with attitudes. That's about it. But you have to move at a fast pace
So besides you being featured in Unique Styles, have you been featured in any other magazines?
Yes, Big Time Magazine, Size Overrated Magazine. And just to recap something you asked, the name of the other organization is Full Figured Fierce in Huntsville.
So how do you feel about the plus-size modeling spreading more in the mainstream media?
I think it's wonderful. One, because everybody is not slim and tall. Everybody comes in different shapes and sizes. And I feel like you should embrace everybody. You shouldn't be counted out just because you don't fit other people's expectations.
So what would you say to people that's hating on the movement? Because you know there's a lot of haters out there that always have something negative to say.
I feel like if they're hating, most people, I feel like if you're hating, you don't love yourself, because you're supposed to embrace and love everybody, no matter what size, color, ethnicity, because you're tearing somebody else down because they don't meet your standards of size or look. Everybody is unique in their own way.
So since you've been modeling, have you noticed any experience, like whether it's bad or good, whether it's you or other females or photographers?
Bad experiences. I've came across a few people with bad attitudes. Again, I came across a couple of creeps that, like, they'll get you in to do the photography, but they have other ulterior motives other than doing the job. And I learned to kind of, like, that's what made me research more so I can steer clear of certain stuff.
I say, in your own words, what are the pros and cons of modeling?
Okay. I'm going to say the pros are you get to meet new people and get yourself branded and put yourself out there. Like, don't be nervous, because if you're nervous, it shows. The cons are just you're going to have negative people everywhere. So, I mean, just be careful. Research. Research is a big must. I'm going to say that as well. Don't just jump into anything.
So for all the models that is out there, what makes you different from the rest of them?
I feel like I have my own style, my own beauty. Everybody is different. I feel like I just bring all of me and not somebody else that I'm trying to be. I'm authentic.
Okay. So is there any models that you would like to work with?
Portia Fierce, Mona Lisa. Her real name is Rashida. Unique Haddon. It's quite a few people I've seen that I wouldn't mind working with. Other models, rather.
Okay. So is modeling easy as it looks? And I'm going to ask you that because I get hit a few times from females that say they model and they send me some crappy ass pictures.
No, it's hard. You have to perfect your craft. That's with anything. Like, one of the best pieces of advice I got was research and practice your craft. Perfect your craft daily. Don't just wait till a photo shoot and then you get there, you don't know what to do. You just stand there with the same face. I've noticed that with a lot of models I've seen, your face is always the same. Like, you have to basically sell yourself positively. Sell, like, if you're repping somebody's brand, you have to sell their brand. You can't just be standing there looking like, okay, I feel like I look good.
So besides you doing your modeling thing, what else you got going on?
Like I said, I'm finishing up my book. I started my own cleaning and catering service. I see it. I'm a mom, so I have a lot going on.
So in a few years, where do you see yourself?
In a few years, I see myself basically in a better place. Like, my brand, my name would be out there, not just in the modeling industry as far as being an author and a businesswoman. I also plan on basically being a motivational speaker. I feel like I have a lot to offer.
So how can people reach out to you?
I can be found on Facebook. My personal page is Tanisha Jackson, or my modeling page is Bunny Aurora, or plus size Bunny Aurora, author Tanisha Jackson. I can be found on Instagram under Bunny Aurora. All in the details is my catering and cleaning service. And Twitter, Bunny Aurora.
Is there any shout-outs you'd like to give out?
I would like to shout out my model bestie, Rashida. She's the one that helped me get through on the call. Just shout out everybody that's ever given me a piece of advice or motivation, encouragement. I just want to say thank you.